Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bean. Recognize Mr. Evans of Pennsylvania.
Designed to be flexible.
I yield to Ms. Moore.
I just was listening to my colleagues' queries, and I just wanted to mention that the program was designed for this flexibility. So the waste, fraud, and abuse we're finding now, the program was deliberately designed to give the states flexibility, and some places have done a great job with it, and other places have not. But this was not an accident.
A question I have. I understand that you work, speaking to Ms. Summer, I understand that you work more with Ohio state staff when federal questions come up. Do you think the state staff will be affected by these regional offices closing and the loss of so many federal experts?
We in Ohio, our state partners maintain a really good line of communication between the field staff and the state offices. And I know our state staff relies very heavily on federal staff to answer our questions regarding guidance, technical assistance, policy clarification. I will say that when counties or us in the field ask a question, it's not a hypothetical question. It's a question that we need we need answers that are on point and delivered quickly. So to the extent that our state staff is not able to consult with their federal partners to get information that's accurate and to us in a timely way, that could be a concern.
Ms. Lama, you mentioned in your testimony that TANF is the glue in serving low-income families in Ohio. A huge component of TANF is child care funding and every childhood education for families. State relies on this funding to support foster care, adoption, and child care abuse. Could you talk about how you use funding with TANF and the Social Service Block Grant to funding child care service, how these cuts to these funds would impact your work?
Yes, thank you for the question. In Ohio, the state transfers the full authority of 10% to the Child Care Block Grant and also the Social Services Block Grant. In addition to that, other TANF funds are earmarked for childcare. Childcare, as I mentioned, is a critical work support, and we have serious provider shortage for childcare, and parents find it very, very hard to locate predictable childcare in a safe environment and pay for it. So childcare is a top priority for our state, and in fact, our governor has recommended an additional or $4 million per biennium of TANF to supplement the child care program. Again, the Social Services Block Grant program we use primarily for adult protective services for seniors that are in danger of neglect, abuse, and exploitation. And most often, the majority of Social Services Block Grant and that TANF transfer is for the child protective area, child welfare, which is experiencing difficulties in finding funding to address the very complicated needs of youth entering their system.
I'd like to thank the chairman. Thank you, ranking member.
Thank you, Mr. Evans.